Right, so question number 1. Equation of a curve is y is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus 9. Find the coordinates of the stationary points of the curve and determine their nature. So whenever they ask for stationary points of the curve, we have to find dy by dx and equate it to 0. So the derivative of this curve is 3x squared minus 6x. The next step, you equate it to 0, which implies that 3x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. Now you can factorize this into 3x into x minus 2 is equal to 0, which further implies that x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2. Now we have to find the y coordinates. So for that, you substitute x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2 in the original equation. So 0 cubed minus 3 times 0 squared plus 9, which just simply gives us 9, and y at x is equal to 2 gives us 2 cubed minus 3 times 2 squared plus 9. Let me check that out. 8 minus 3 times 2 squared plus 9, which gives us 5. So we have found the coordinates to be 0, 9 and 2, 5. Okay, so they want us to determine its nature as well. So to determine its nature, we have to find the second derivative. So the second derivative is you derive dy by dx, which gives you 6x minus 6. Now, you substitute the x values of these stationary points and check whether it's greater than 0 or less than 0. If d squared y over dx squared is greater than 0, it's a minimum. And if d squared y over dx squared less than 0, it's a maximum. Now over here, you just simply substitute x is equal to 0 first, which gives you a negative answer, negative 6, which is less than 0, so maximum. And then you do the same thing for x is equal to 2, which gives you 6 times 2 minus 6, which gives you positive 6. So it's greater than 0, so minimum. That's it. Marks. Alright, question number 2. The diagram shows triangle ABC with side AB is equal to 12 cm and side AC is equal to 9 cm, and angle CAB is equal to 0.8 radians. An arc with center A and radius 9 cm is drawn inside the triangle as shown. Part A, find the perimeter of the shaded region. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Alright, so the given is in radians, so make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Now we have to find the perimeter of the shaded region. Okay, so let this point be D, this point I mean. So this is basically the arc length. So to find that arc length CD, so the formula is theta r, which is 0.8 times the radius, which is given 9 cm. So 0.8 times 9 is 7.2 centimeter. Now we have to find dB as well. So what's dB? It's just the side AB minus the radius. The radius is given, which is 9. So it's side AB, no, dB. Side dB is equal to 12 minus 9, which is equal to 3 centimeter. Now we have to find BC as well. So we can easily use the cosine rule. Now, being in AS level, you should know this because you guys have taken this in IDCSE and O levels. So BC squared is equal to 9 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 9 times 12 times the angle in between, which is 0.8. Cosine times 0.8, yeah. Alright, wait a second. You get 74.5. Yeah, actually it's correct. I got confused. How can a side be that long? But it's BC squared. So you take the square root, which further gives you 8.63. Now the perimeter, you just add all the sides. So 7.2 plus 3 plus 8.63. So 7.2 plus 3 plus 8.63, which gives you 18.83, approximately 18.8 centimeter to 3 significant figures. Now they want us to find the area of the shaded region. Area of the shaded region. Now the area of the shaded region, area shaded, is just simply the area of triangle ABC minus area of the sector, sector ADC. Now, area of triangle ABC is just half AB sine theta, half AB sine theta, which is equal to half 9 times 12 times sine 0.8. Now let's check out what this gives us. Times 0.8, which is equal to 15.49. Alright, now let's find the area of sector ADC. Now the formula for area of a sector is equal to half r squared theta. Now half, we know the radius is 9, so 9 squared, and theta is 0.8. So 0.5 times 9 squared times 0.8, which gives us 32.4. Surprisingly, that's actually 38.7. Yes, 38.7. So area shaded is simply 38.7 minus 32.4, which gives you 6.34 centimeters squared. Now easy marks. Question 3. The graph of y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c has vertex at 3 minus 5 and intersects the y-axis at 0, 31. Part A, find the values of constants a, b, and c. Okay, so we have been given the vertex. So you should know that the quadratic equation in the vertex form of a curve looks something like this. Y is equal to a into x minus h squared plus k. So you should know this from previous years. Now, so let's substitute now. Y is equal to a into x minus h. What is h? H is the x coordinate of the vertex, which is 3 squared. What is k? It's the y coordinate, which is minus 5. So now to find the value of a, let's take a point which is given to us already, 0, 31, and let's substitute. 31 is equal to a into 0 minus 3 squared minus 5, which implies 31 is equal to 9a minus 5, which implies a is equal to 31 plus 5 over 9, which is equal to 4. Now let's plug in a into the equation. 4 into x minus 3 squared minus 5. Alright, but we have to find b and c as well, and they have given us like this, ax squared plus bx plus c. So we just simply expand. Now to expand this, we use a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So just simply expand this. A squared, a is x and b is 3. X squared minus 2 times x times 3 plus 3 squared into minus 5, which gives us 4x squared minus 24x plus 36 minus 5, which gives us 4x squared minus 24x plus 31. Therefore, a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 24, and c is equal to 31. That's it. Graph is translated by minus 2, 7. Find the equation of the translated graph. So, alright, in part A we found that the equation of the curve is 4x squared minus 24x plus 31. Now let me give you an example. So if a curve is something like this, y is equal to x squared, and you translate it by minus 2, 7, what does that mean? Now for translation in the y-axis, that's simple. You just do y is equal to x squared plus 7. But the problem is, how do you translate in the x-axis? So whatever they give you, suppose they gave us minus 2, you do the opposite inside the bracket. What I mean is, x, they gave you minus 2, so you add that. X plus 2 squared plus 7. I hope you get this. Now let's do the same thing over here. Y is equal to 4 into, they gave us minus 2, so you do the opposite inside the bracket. X plus 2 whole squared minus 24 into, again there is an x, so you do the opposite. X plus 2 plus 31. That's it? No. Translation in the y-axis, that's plus 7. Now y is equal to 4 into x plus 2 whole squared minus 24x minus 48 plus 38. Y is equal to 4 into x plus 2 whole squared minus 24x minus 48 plus 38, which is minus 10. That's it. Now, why didn't I expand this? Now, the reason is they never asked us to answer in a specific format. So I can just leave it like this. Let's just, for the sake of understanding, simplify it, expand it. X squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 24x minus 10. Now this gives you 4x squared plus 16x plus 16 minus 24x minus 10. Now this would give you 4x squared 16x minus 24x, which gives you minus 8x. 16 minus 10 gives you plus 6. That's the final answer. Number 4, the function f is defined by f of x is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 3 for x is less than 3. Part A, find an expression for f inverse of x. Now, f of x is basically just y. So we can write it y is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. Now, whenever they ask for f inverse of x, what you do is, over here y is the subject, so you just basically make x the subject. So how to make x the subject? Y into x minus 3, you multiply by x minus 3 over here and x minus 3 over here. Now, this and this cancels. This should be multiplied in the numerator, by the way. Now this and this cancels, which leaves us something like this. Now you can expand this. Yx minus 3y is equal to 2x plus 1. Now we have to make x the subject. So you move the x terms to one side. So yx, move this over there. Yx minus 2x is equal to, move this over there, so 3y plus 1. Now, why did we do that? Just so we can simply factor out the x over here. So x into y minus 2 is equal to 3y plus 1, which implies that x is equal to 3y plus 1 over y minus 2. Are we done? No. Now, they wanted an expression for f inverse of x. So your final answer should be something like this. F inverse of x is equal to, you have to change the y into x again. 3x plus 1 over x minus 2. Now this is your final answer. Part B. Given that f of x is equal to px plus q over r plus sx, find the possible values of the integers p, q, r, and s. Now, we know that f of x is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. Okay, so f of x is basically just saying that f of 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. So wherever you see x, you plug in 2x plus 1 over x minus 3, which gives you 2 into 2x plus 1 over x minus 3 plus 1 over again 2x plus 1 over x minus 3 minus 3 over there. Alright, now let's simplify this. 4x plus 2 over x minus 3 plus 1 over, that's just that, yeah, 2x plus 1 over x minus 3 minus 3. Now what can we do with this? Take LCM, the denominator, make it the same. So to do that, 4x plus 2 plus 1 into x minus 3 over x minus 3 again over 2x plus 1, you do the same thing, minus 3 into x minus 3, the whole thing over x minus 3. Now what we can do is just cancel out the x minus 3's up and below. Now simplify the expression again, 4x plus 2 plus x minus 3 over 2x plus 1 minus 3x plus 9, which gives you 5x minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 over 2x minus 3x is minus x, 1 plus 9, which is plus 10. So from here, therefore P is equal to 5, Q is equal to minus 1, R is equal to 10, and S is equal to minus 1. Number 5, part A, prove the identity 1 over 1 minus sine theta plus 1 over 1 plus sine theta is identical to 2 over cos squared theta. So the left hand side, we start with the left hand side. So we just can't simply add them up because the denominator aren't the same. So let's take a common denominator. So for that we just basically cross multiply. 1 plus sine theta plus 1 into 1 minus sine theta, the whole thing over 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta. Now what does this simplify to? So 1 plus 1 gives you 2 sine theta minus sine theta. Let me just write this so you don't get confused. Minus sine theta. It just cancels. Now the denominator. Alright, so this is a difference of squares. What I mean is, whenever this a minus b into a plus b, it can be written as a squared minus b squared. Now this is a really key identity, you should know this. So we can do 1 squared minus sine theta whole square, which gives you that it's 2 over 1 square is 1 minus sine squared theta. Now what is 1 minus sine squared theta? We know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. So it's 2 over cos squared theta. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Hence proved. Part A is done. Hence solve the equation 3 over 1 minus sine theta plus 3 over 1 plus sine theta equal to 12 for theta in between 0 and 360. What does this mean? Calculator should be in degrees, not in radian anymore. Now in part A, The problem is, over here in the numerator we have 3. Over there we had 1. What should we do? We just factor out the 3. 3 over 1 minus sine theta plus 1 over 1 plus sine theta is equal to 12. We got the same thing. And we know that this part over here is nothing but 2 over cos squared theta. So it's 3 times 2 over cos squared theta, which is equal to 12, which can further be written as 6 over cos squared theta is equal to 12, which can further be written as cos squared theta is equal to 6 over 12, which is equal to half. Now cosine theta is plus or minus, because we are taking the square root, even root of 1 over 2. What's that? Now we get plus minus root 2 over 2. Now let's split it up into 2. Cos theta is equal to plus root 2 over 2. Cos theta is equal to minus root 2 over 2. Okay, so my method is find alpha. Why alpha? What is alpha? Alpha is angle with horizontal. Okay, so alpha is cos inverse of root 2 over 2, which is equal to, I guess, 45. Let me check. Yes, 45 degrees. Over here you do the same thing. Alpha is equal to cos inverse of root 2 over 2. Now what you will be thinking is, why not minus? Whenever you have to find alpha, you take the absolute value, the inverse of the absolute value, which is just the same thing, 45 degrees. Now you draw something like this, ASTC for both sides. Okay, ASTC. Now what does this mean? In the first quadrant, everything is positive. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive. In the third quadrant, only tan is positive. In the fourth quadrant, only cosine is positive. So this is a really good method, okay? Now over here, cosine theta is positive. Where is it positive? In the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. This is alpha, angle with the horizontal. We have to find theta. So the first solution is this, which is just alpha 45 degrees. The second solution is, you go in a clockwise direction, by the way. Forgot to mention that, so you go there, which is 360 minus 45, because you're taking a whole turn, minus 45, which is 315 degrees. Now let's do the same thing over here, but the problem is cos theta is negative this time, so you can't draw the same diagram. Now it's gonna be over here in the second and the third quadrant. Alpha is still the angle with the horizontal every time. Okay, we have to find theta, so you go in a clockwise direction until it hits it. So it's 180 minus alpha, which is 45. 180 minus 45 is 135 degrees. Now the second solution is, you go clockwise until it hits the second line. Okay, so it's 180 plus 45, which is 225 degrees. Easy and simple. Okay, So you can follow this method every time and it works out. And by the way, don't forget that theta should be in between 0 and 360. So yes, everything is fine. Everything is between 0 and 360. So that's it. 6. The equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to 45 over 4. Part A, state the center and radius of the circle. Okay. So what is the equation of a circle? The general form. It's x minus a whole squared plus y minus b whole squared, which is equal to radius squared. So from here, what is the center? It's AB. Okay. And the radius, you basically take the square root of whatever over here it is. Okay. So you take the square root of, let's name it h. Okay. Just randomly named it. Over here, we can see that there's nothing like a or b. It's just x squared plus y squared, which means that whenever it's x squared plus y squared, the center is the origin, 0, 0. Okay, so state the center and radius of the circle. We have found the center. Now what's the radius? R is equal to radical h. What is h? 45 over 4. Now notice that why didn't I say plus or minus this time? Because radius is always positive. It cannot be negative. Okay, so I get this on the calculator. We can just leave it like this. Now part B, the line x plus y is equal to 3 over 2 intersects the circle at the points A and B. Find the exact distance A, B. Okay, that's simple. First, we do find y or x, but I'm doing y, okay? So y is equal to 3 over 2 minus x. That's the first step. Second, you just substitute it into the equation of the circle. X squared plus 3 over 2 minus x whole squared is equal to 45 over 4. Now expand this, which can further be written as x squared plus, okay, a squared, so 3 over 2 whole squared. Let's do this step by step. Minus 2ab, 2 times 3 over 2 times b, which is x, plus b squared, which is x squared, is equal to 45 over 4. Okay, so x squared plus 9 over 4, 2 and 2 cancels out over here. Okay, so minus 3x plus x squared is equal to 45 over. Bring all the terms to one side and solve it. 2x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4 minus 45 over 4. Okay, so 9 over 4 minus 45 over 4, which gives minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, now you can use quadratic formula or middle term breaking. Let's use middle term breaking. Okay, so 2 times 9 is 18. Two things that you multiply give you 18, and when you add them up gives you minus 3. What's that? So 6 times 3 gives you 18, yeah? So 6 and 3 are the numbers. By the way, minus 9. So it should give you minus 18, by the way. Okay, so 2x squared minus 6x plus 3x minus 9 equal to 0. Now you just factor it out. 2x into x minus 3 plus 3 into x minus 3 equal to 0. 2x plus 3 into x minus 3 equal to 0, which implies x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 3 over 2. Okay, so these are basically the points A and B, but let's find the y coordinate. Y at x is equal to 3 is equal to 3 over 2 minus 3. So it's basically minus 3 over 2, I guess, yeah. And y at x is equal to minus 3 over 2 is 3 over 2 minus 3 over 2, which gives you 3. So surprisingly, the coordinates are 3 minus 3 over 2 and what is it? Minus 3 over 2, 3. But that's not it. We have to find the exact distance AB. What's distance? So for distance, it's just y2 minus y1. Let me write the formula. y2 minus y1 whole squared plus x2 minus x1 whole squared. And by the way, you square root everything, okay? You take the root of it. So just plug this in your calculator. 3 minus 1.5. 3 minus 3 over 2 is minus 1.5. That's why I wrote like that. Plus minus 1.5 minus 3 whole square. What does this give you? Radical 4.5 squared plus minus 4.5 squared. Now this is going to give you 9 root 2 over 2. You can leave it like that, or to 3 SF it is equal to 6.36. That's it.